Hello Aquarius, welcome to your second half of May, the 16th through the 31st general reading. This is a collective reading, and that means everyone who's watching, which would be thousands of people. I get thousands of views on each one of these videos, and some of it's for everybody. So if something rings true to your heart, you'll know because you'll feel it. And that means that message was meant for you. If it doesn't, leave it. It's for another Aquarius who's watching the very same video. The message is for them. If you'd like a private reading, please look in the links below and you'll see my website and my email. So if you have any questions, please feel free to do just that. Contact me through those links and I will be happy to schedule a reading for you if I don't address something that you would like addressed, or if there's something more you would like to know about something I bring up in the reading. And with that, I would like to say thank you to the divine energy, universal guidance, divine light, angels and archangels for being present here and allowing me to do this reading, to help all the Aquariuses remain on their highest path for the second half of May, the 16th through the 31st. And I'm going to stop there and do the layout. I'll explain it after I get all the cards out. I'm also going to do some clarifiers on this to help tune in a little finer tune. You've got the Nine of Pentacles as your underlying energy. For some of you, this means that you are preparing to save and have yourself in a place of not needing, not wanting for anything, having everything you need to have to be the most comfortable in the style that you're accustomed to, in a nice, lovely setting, situation. There's enough money to go around, literally butterflies flying around. She's in a very good state, and she's well kept. And this is an independent woman who is able to take care of herself. So it can be, and just so we'll get that off the table, out in the open right away, is it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a woman. If some of you are men watching, well, some of you would be men watching. if it applies to you, then the tarot is not a male-female firm thing. It's just what's on the card. I'm going to say it because it's what I see on the card, but just know that it's interchangeable. It's not written in stone. It's just in the card. Okay, so right off the bat, Aquarius, you've got the Judgment card, which is the Resurrection card, which is either someone coming back around or a situation coming back around. Now, in life, we do have our times where we have to repeat things because we didn't get it the first time. Or it's something that has to happen for a reason because we may have gotten it, but not the whole thing. Or maybe someone else involved with us. Maybe the other person that's involved in this scenario of coming back around, the resurrection, is the person that needs the lesson. So, you know, everybody's a lesson or a blessing. That's an old saying. This is also the Archangel Gabriel's depiction in this deck. And by the way, I get lots of questions about this. This is the Gilded Tarot that I'm using. So that's the name of the deck. You got the Page of Wands. That's a messenger. He is usually bringing information about work or something coming to you from work. He is an action-oriented person because he's got the wands in his hands. If it is a person for you, it would be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, not a Libra. I'm a Libra, so I always say Libra. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius would be the person if it is a person. Now, this is your sign. This is the air sign, Aquarius, right here at front and center. Also, the next step in an action. So if you've got the Page comes and then the Knight. So the Knight is a little bit of a more mature energy, and this is you cutting through to get to the point. You're making your way clear. So this Knight would come through and knock down anything that would be in front of you that wouldn't belong, that is no longer necessary. Whatever point you need to make or whatever changes you need to make, this Knight comes in and releases you from things that are holding you back. Sorry. You've got the Five of Cups. After that, now this card can mean two things. It can either mean you're crying over spilled milk, which is the little action words we use for cards. But I've come to believe that this card a lot of times means, oh, thank God it's over. Okay? Sometimes people think it's just them crying, saying, I can't believe it's over. Oh no, what am I going to do? It's awful. A regret or a grief card. But I don't see anything regretful or grief driven here in this reading. What I see is you possibly being glad that that whatever it is has come to an end. You'll hear my puppy dog in the background a little bit. Sometimes he wants attention when I'm doing my reading, so I apologize for that. You've got the Page of Swords here. This is also your energy, so you've got this is clarifying some, showing up in both places. This is the here and now. This is your love life and close interpersonal relationships, this section here. And this is your career and work life, financial life. So the Page of Swords is a couple of things. Some people refer to this person as sort of not a stalker, but somebody who is like watching you on social media. I always see the page as a messenger. I don't feel like this is somebody that's standing back and observing you, because he's got the sword. He is maybe pointing out something that you need to be paying attention to, that you need to bring some clarity to. And the way this looks in this reading, the way he's pointing down at this money, I would say he's telling you to pay attention to where you're putting your money. Now, this is normally your relationship section, but a lot of us, instead of focusing on our relationships, especially if we're not in one, you focus on how to build your wealth so that you can provide for yourself, and this underlying energy shows that is what you're indeed doing. So this Ten of Pentacles is an ending, but not a bad ending. It's a completion of a cycle in your life. So this page, you've got two pages coming in and a lot of action, and possibly you're saying, thank you, God, the absence of money is over, because this is a completion card as far as your finances go, and this is a lot of money here. So you're surely to be seeing some improvement in your money if you are not already. Okay, you've got the Emperor here. The Emperor is the father of the universe. He is the most powerful physical person card in the deck. He is the major arcana. He is the creator of the universe. He has all he needs to do all he would ever want to do. He's got more power in his little pinky finger than anything else in the deck. He is very confident. He is very kind. He is the source of all things. And this is who you have here in this side of the reading. So this tells me your confidence is at a high point. So you've got the Tower in your work life. Now the Tower doesn't mean that this person's necessarily, or that you're losing anything. What this means is whatever is not on the right footing or on the right on the level is what I'm hearing. Whatever's not on the level will be leveled and made straight and begun on a correct foundation. So if there's somebody around you in your career, or somebody you work with, or somebody in the organization that you work with that is not doing what they're supposed to be doing, that's been getting away with something, this card is showing that they are being outed. Okay? The Four of Wands is the wands are work. They stand for work. And you've got these people, and it looks like a relationship. It can also be a marriage card. But because this is in your work section over here, I want to say this is just telling me that your foundation, you're very secure and stable in your work life right now. And you've got the Three of Cups, which is backing up these cups. So the three that are spilled are being lifted in celebration here. And they're kind of overflowing, so it could be considered they're being poured. Now, when I said I thought this meant, oh, thank God, this salvation has come, I believe it's true. I believe that your work has improved, and you feel like you're in a better place, because this is a celebration card showing that, there's a good party going on here. So a lot of you have developed new things in your careers, or gotten a new job, or gotten a better paying job, and it looks like you're doing better in that regard. So we're going to clarify this. Thank you, angels, archangels, and divine energy. Thank you, spirit guides and universal divine light, for being present here for Aquarius to help me clarify their reading for the second half of May and allow them to remain on their highest path. Got the Strength card, the Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and underlying energy is your energy, the King of Swords. The reason I say your energy is because you're an air sign, Aquarius, and the swords are your suit. Okay, so we've got the Strength card on top of the Judgment card. So the resurrection of whatever lesson you're either going through for yourself or for the benefit of another is that you've got trust and strength to allow you to get through whatever it is that you're having to revisit. It may be that you're doing something that you did before. Maybe it's a job that you went back to. And at this point, you are in a better mental space where you recognize the benefits of it, and you're in a trusting place now. So definitely this page was bringing you the money, because here's the new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles, showing the money coming in for you. So you may have another beginning regarding the money. So I feel like this is a completion of this message. So the Ace of Pentacles, just so you know, all aces are gifts from the universe. And of course, Pentacles is money, but it's also an earth energy. So it's a very grounded energy. So it's a very good new beginning. It's a very stable start. You got the Knight of Swords, which was your energy coming in to make these changes, cutting away anything unnecessary. And then you've got the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is paying attention to the details. You see, he's literally chipping away, getting all the little fine edges with his chisel. And three is a sign of expansion. So you're really being very meticulous in what you're getting rid of. You're paying attention to getting it all out. So you're down on your knees, and this is you having that faith. This is the All Believers card. Now, the maker of this deck put this card in for the people who do the readings, people like myself. However, I leave the card in because I believe it should go to you as well if it comes out in your reading, because this card is saying, no matter how bad it may seem, keep your faith. It will improve. Don't let anything deter what your belief is. Keep your faith. Keep your beliefs. All you have to do is keep that mindset correct. Okay, so here's the Page of Swords. I definitely feel like he's not a malicious person. If it is a person, it's a younger person in your life that's usually got a little bit of angst. But in this reading, I do not believe that. I believe he's a messenger. I believe he is coming through to tell you something that is helping you clarify, because here's a 10 of Cups. This is happily ever after card. And this is in your relationship and close relationships, love life, and family. So 10 of Cups is also a completion. So you're coming to that completion with the best energy possible. When the 10 of Coins, the second completion card that's in this same line, with the King of Rods. The King of Rods is a very powerful, passionate person. It could be, like I said earlier, an Aries, a Leo, or Sagittarius. See the lion? The Rods is always the passion and the fire. So he's also a very good businessman and a very good king. So he pays attention to detail. He is very strong. He can be an entrepreneurial person, so someone who works for themselves. A very good businessman. So his money is showing up for that. He's a good person to have. If it is your personality in this aspect, he's a good person to have in that area. Okay, so here you are again in the Justice card. This is also a sign for Libra because it's got the scales and the sword. So if you've got something out there in the universe that's you're waiting for to get a judgment or what's the word? They're talking and everybody's talking all the same time. The cards kind of talk to me, so I'm sorry. This is part of what happens when you have this kind of. I'm a clairaudient, so that means that I get words given to me from the wonderful divine source. You've got the Emperor with Justice on top, so this means it will be fair and doled out to you, and the judgment or the what is the word? Come again, please. The final outcome, there's some kind of contract is what I'm hearing. So whatever this is coming through, it's being worked out as we speak. So you're going to get a message about that, and your confidence level is high. You will come out on top of it. This money is here, and you've got the best 10. You got 2 10s. So financially and in relationship wise, you're solid. So a lot of you are experiencing a lot of good victory in that area. Somebody's coming with a final assessment, a final judgment. It will be fair and good and in your favor. You've got the Tower with the Hierophant on top. Now, the Hierophant stands for either a religious establishment. It could be a religion. It could be a big company like a hospital or a school. It can also be a government official or government entity, like, I don't know, our government. Our government has so many entities, but it could be something like some of you may work for a federal office or something like that. This is someone who is ruling over these people, and not and I want to say he's blessing them. If you look, it looks like he's, I'm trying to get this where it's focused. There you go. He's blessing them. So this can also mean a union. So whatever happens with this being blown out of the water, it looks like it's strengthened by some kind of organization that is looking out for the people who work there. So, and I just said union, so some of you may be having some things with your union coming in and helping you work out some details with somebody who's with a company who's not quite as scrupulous as they ought to be. All right, so you've got the Four of Wands with the Knight of Pentacles on top. So this is just assuring me that your money situation is sound and stable. So you've got a lot of coins showing up here. That's a good thing. That's a lot of grounded energy, so that's solid. You can trust it. And look here, you have the Judgment card up here. And then you've got it up here again, the Blast from the Past. And this is in your work area. And that's what I felt like some of you are looking at. Either you've just gone back to somewhere you worked previously, or you're going back, or you're considering going back. So, or you're doing something again that you had done before. It may not be at the same place, but it's the same job, the same type of job. You've got the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Swords on top. So this is the Archangel Michael, who is the underdog's champion. He is the great defender. This is his sword of truth and justice. This is absolute. So you've got this whole progression going. You've got the Page progressing the Knight and the King. So you're developing this powerful, wonderful energy of your own, where you're moving through, identifying the things that need to be removed in your life, taking action on them, and then finalizing that they're out of your life and that you are in a place where you can move forward without being held back by the past. So it looks like you're having a wonderful month, Aquarius. You're getting lots of things accomplished, and I look forward to talking to you in June. Again, if I've addressed something here that you want to know something else about, or if you have another question you would like to ask, or have your own private reading, please look in the links below. I'll be more than happy to help you. And thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. I'll see you again in June. Namaste, Aquarius.